哇，2024年越来越精彩，越来越疯狂耶！不管你住在台湾还是住美国，感觉每个月一直都有艺人 whose fake ass celebrity mask keeps getting ripped off. And today's celebrity mask comes from Blake Lively, aka Deadpool's wife. Because over the past few days, her true face has been revealed, causing a lot of her hardcore fans to 马上退追踪耶。And by the time you get to the end of this video, you might be wondering, could Ryan Reynolds be next? So prepare a big bucket of 爆米花 and get together and say it with me. 代志大小胆起来哈 Because today we actually have pay. So 给我90秒 and allow me to bring you a very important message from our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. I'ma be real, 我其实很少玩电动, especially on a mobile phone, yo. But then these folks sent me a demo link to try this game and I assumed it was gonna be 超级无聊, yo. But I downloaded it and I ended up playing this for 连续6个小时耶，真的很好玩耶。I already dropped 2K on the items, yo. 我跟你讲哈 Raid Shadow Legends has one very important feature. Auto mode, which after you complete certain levels, you can actually unlock and set the number of rounds you want to complete on autoplay. Now in autoplay mode, this game will automatically repeat dungeon attacks and get the characters and items you need all for you. Which story 来说真的很爽 because while I was writing the script for this episode, I had my phone in autoplay mode, playing this game, Ghosts and Dragons, and getting all the characters and weapons I needed. And I didn't even have to lift a thumb. Now for someone like me who's busy hanging out with my son, busy making content for you guys, 这个对我来说是一个好处 because it saves me a lot of time while also keeping me coming back because I always get a sense of achievement when playing this game. And now for the pitch. From8月21日 to 11月22日, there is an epic Asgard event. During this period, if you log in for 连续7天 straight, you can unlock the legendary Loki character, dude. And I've already created my own Dorky Sona guild, so get on it, son. You can log in via the QR code or you can check the link in the pinned comment down below. And if you sign up via that link, you will get a Hachisa exclusive, the legendary character Tagore. And last but not least, once you pass level 15, you will also unlock one of the epic, most strongest characters in the game, Tyrell. So you know what it is, the more you guys come to play, the more we get pay from this sponsor, of course. So what are you waiting for? Get on it, son. Whew. Alright, so where were we? Oh yeah, Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, 代志大条. Alright, so for those of you who may not know, let me give you a little bit of background. Ryan Reynolds, the guy who went from playing 全球最烂的超级英雄 to playing 全球最北蓝的超级英雄. And then we have Blake Lively, who came to fame on the Smash TV hit Gossip Girl. She played the sweet and oh so charming Serena, who loved to tell lame jokes. And her excellent portrayal of this character made men and women instantly fall in love with her, eventually turning her into a Hollywood star. It also didn't help that both of her parents were Hollywood veterans. Now to many, she was the perfect partner, and apparently Ryan Reynolds thought so too, because once they met on the set of that really terrible 超级烂电影 back in 2010, Ryan Reynolds dumped his then wife Scarlett Johansson and immediately started dating Blake Lively. Fast forward a year after that in September and the two eventually tied the knot. Now, word on the street is that Deadpool cheated on Black Widow with Gossip Girl. Now, we don't really know if that's true, but that would be gossip, right?
That's just lazy writing.
Funny thing is, Deadpool and Gossip Girl actually turned out to be quite similar in their personalities. They both love to tell lame-ass jokes.
You say hi to Stephanie, it's my girlfriend.
Stephanie?
Thank you so much.
Chuck has a matching pet monkey with coordinating outfits, and I was like, I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got a few of them.
He's got a few of them.
Come on, it was a joke.
I couldn't tell you. I mean, we didn't really talk about it.
You could tell her.
I mean, I could tell you it's...
You could say like really nice things.
I'm just a really good actor, you know?
Now, of course, Blake's jokes sometimes didn't land too well. But hey, not everyone is as charming and knows how to get the joke like Ryan Reynolds. But I think it's safe to say that Blake Lively is pretty much the female version of Deadpool, only much prettier. Fun fact, she actually played Lady Deadpool in Deadpool 3. Needless to say, these two are a power couple, a force to be reckoned with, and they both proved this point by each releasing their own film over the same weekend and completely destroying box office records and making a shit ton of money. You had Ryan Reynolds with Deadpool 3 and Blake Lively with It Ends With Us. Dude, this is the first time in nearly 40 years where a Hollywood power couple has simultaneously held box office records. So now these two jokesters are on top of the world, but little did they know that the punchline would send them on a steep fall to the very bottomless pit of shame. Okay, so for this chapter, there was one name you absolutely must remember. Justin Baldoni. An actor famous for his role in Jane the Virgin, he quickly switched roles and became a director. And upon reading the New York Times bestseller It Ends With Us, my man completely fell in love with the book and spent his own money to purchase the film adaptation rights. Now, it is important to note that this book covers the very dark and serious topic of gender-based violence. So, it's only natural to assume that the movie would be serious as fuck.
I think all of the scenes showcasing gender-based violence, I think that was very hard for me. I mean, even thinking about it is hard. There were a lot of times where I would have to go privately into a room and just cry or shake it out and try to get him out of me and that energy out of me.
So as you can see, Justin's attitude toward this film is very serious. Now, Blake Lively, who was also a fan of the book, auditioned for the lead role of Lily. And once she was cast, there was a bit of backlash, to say the least.
Me going back in time to stop Blake Lively from auditioning for It Ends With Us.
I am once again asking, when will Colleen Hoover pay for her crimes against humanity?
Blake Lively cast as Lily Bloom in It Ends With Us. It's confusing because the character is 23 in the book, and Blake is 12 years older? Like, could they not have got someone age appropriate?
So people thought that Blake Lively was a rom-com actress. Did she really have the skills to take on such a dark and dramatic role? Not only that, but the character of Lily was in her early 20s, whereas Blake was in her late 30s. But Justin Baldoni, who had worked with Blake on previous movies, had her back. And even the author of the book herself, Colleen Hoover, who was a hardcore Gossip Girl fan, said that she thought Blake Lively was the perfect choice as Lily.
I will never picture anyone else. Like, she is absolutely perfect for the role. When he told me that she was thinking about taking it, I refused to get excited because I was like, oh, what if it doesn't happen? Because I was so excited that that was a possibility.
And it probably didn't hurt that Blake Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds agreed to invest their own money into the film, making them officially producers. So now you're beginning to see how things are about to get really weird.
Oh, God.
This is cool. It's not every day the husband gets to interview his wife's love interest in a film. It's kind of crazy.
I don't remember seeing this on the schedule.
Dive in, shall we?
Here, I got it right here. I'm gonna get right to it. How do you explain that?
So in case I didn't mention it before, It Ends With Us covers a very serious and dark topic, and it is a very serious book. But when I saw this IG promotional video, me, along with many other netizens, thought that this is a rom-com. But despite the internet's hate in one howl, Blake Lively continued with this line of promotion.
I feel like you poured a lot into this movie, but then you turned around and you were just as supportive of Ryan. What is it like to...
And my hair care company, Blake Brown, my goodness gracious. It's been crazy. It's been a crazy week. Keep looking around going like, remember these moments. Like, these are the moments at the end of your life where you're going to look back and say, wow, how beautiful my life is.
Fun fact, just 5 days before It Ends With Us hit theaters, Blake launched her very own hair care brand. And as you can see in the interview, she seemed a lot more concerned about promoting her hair care brand than she did about promoting the movie. So between this and the comedic press junkets, people are really confused. Is this Deadpool 4?
No, but I remember talking to my wife about this right after I had read the book, and I was thinking about, well, I want to direct this, but I feel so drawn to also act in it. And then I was like, I can't do that. I felt the fear and I was terrified. But then that's how you know as an artist, right, that there's something there for you. So with her permission, we dove in together. I think it was really important that we acknowledge that, yes, this is a movie about love and hope, but that we don't shy away from the issue. So we brought on our partners at No More, and they were involved in the making of this movie from the beginning because we really wanted to honor survivors in that way. I mean, especially because this book was so personal to Colleen. Right. Just making sure that we honored all of the Lilies that experience what she experiences in this book around the world. And hopefully we do it justice.
So when you compare how Blake is promoting the film and how Justin is promoting the film, it seems like they were involved in two completely different movies. And pretty soon, the internet started to put two and two together, and they realized that something was really off.
There is clearly something going on with this movie. So they were at the premiere last night, and they're all still not interacting with Justin. Mind you, he's the producer, director, and a main character. Oh, best believe I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Everyone was pictured separately. Blake, we've got Ryan and her other co-star, Brandon. We've got Ryan and Blake. We even have Hugh Jackman, who has been on a press tour with Ryan for the past couple months. This almost feels like an extension of the Deadpool and Wolverine promo tour. If you look at Justin's Instagram story, it's only pictures of himself on the red carpet with his wife doing interviews alone, and then a group shot with, all of his friends. Like, that's Andy Grammer, who's good friends with Justin, and that's his podcast co-host. Speaking of that, something's going on with these two as well. These two are the co-hosts of the Man Enough podcast. Now, Liz was at the premiere last night, and I watched her stories too, and it was very interesting. Here's her there. She's only tagging Blake Lively. Seriously. There's no mention anywhere of Justin. She literally has tagged her 3 times and then had a photo with a couple friends. Those were the 4 pictures she posted from the premiere.
So why in the hell isn't the male lead and the director of the film promoting this film with the female lead? I mean, homegirl wouldn't even tag Justin on her IG posts. And this left a lot of unanswered questions until this post appeared.
There was a fracture between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni in the post-production stage of It Ends With Us, after Lively commissioned Deadpool and Wolverine editor Shane Reed to create her own cut of the movie.
So it seems like Justin Baldoni, the guy who purchased the film rights to the film and became the actor and director, was at odds with Blake Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds. Simply put, Deadpool and Gossip Girl were hijacking this movie.
Quite unfortunate.
So at face value, it seems like a simple creative disagreement. After all, Ryan Reynolds and his wife were the producers of the film and they invested their money and they just want to see a return on their investment. So they think it's best to lighten the tone of the film. A simple conflict between businessmen and artists. Ryan Reynolds thinks he knows what the fans want to see, and Justin Baldoni and the actual fans of the book want to see it stay close to the source material. Now, where both sides have their point and their vision, I'm not entirely sure there's a clear right or wrong here. But by this point, the internet already had their pitchforks in hand. Because the way they saw it, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were trying to hijack a serious film and make it into a Deadpool dick joke comedy.
I've never said this, but don't swallow.
But things were about to get a lot worse, as what you're about to see in the next chapter is the way Blake Lively responded to the netizens would set the internet on fire, and ultimately resulting in the Gossip Girl having her J-Lo / Captain Marvel moment, and maybe even worse, resulting in Deadpool being completely boycotted. So, when it comes to the internet, there is one undeniable fact. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, the internet never forgets. And that is especially true for celebrities. So when the internet found out that Gossip Girl and Deadpool hijacked Justin's film, they went to digging. And this is exactly what they found.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
You've got 2 nice ones.
They are kind of bumps, aren't they?
No, not bumps. The lovely lady lumps. Check it out.
Thank you. Thank you.
So as you can see, Blake wasn't exactly nice to that reporter. And it's important to note that homegirl is Swedish, so English is not her first language. So maybe she didn't ask the question in a proper way, but Blake could have asked her to clarify. And as you can see, her co-star Parker Posey tries to ease the tension with a little joke, but Blake wasn't having it. She had herself dialed into hell mode.
Did you guys love wearing those kind of clothes that you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, working in digital...
Everyone wants to talk about the clothes, but I wonder if they would ask the men about the clothes.
I would.
I love Jesse's suits and how
that's what I'm saying. His wardrobe was beautiful.
I know.
Corey's wardrobe was gorgeous. Those high-waisted pants.
He's so great.
I would wish men wore high-waisted pants like that still. Or the father with his tank top in bed.
It's so good.
It's just like
Did you
that.
catch
You could feel
the
it.
tablecloth on the light in the Italian restaurant when they eat spaghetti?
I didn't notice that. No.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Take care.
And after indirectly calling that reporter fat, the 2 actresses decided to engage in their own private conversation during the interview without even acknowledging the reporter existed. But hey, maybe Blake was just having a bad day. I mean, it happens. Maybe, really, Blake is just a strong, independent woman who loves to assert herself and ease the tension by telling very lame jokes.
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
So while the internet was on the hunt for more receipts to prove that Blake Lively was a horrible person, little did they know that Blake would supply the evidence herself.
Blake Lively on Justin Baldoni. She felt kissing scene lingered too long, feels he fat-shamed her.
So according to Gossip Girl, it is all Justin's fault. He's just weird and creepy, and worst of all, he's a female body shamer. But then Justin quickly responded with this.
Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ there was a scene in which Justin lifts Blake into the air. According to our sources, Justin has a history of back problems, and before lifting Blake, he went to his on-set trainer and asked how much she weighed, and how could he train to protect his back from injury.
So my man was just trying to protect his back, but he didn't mention the kissing part, because after all, that's basically he said, she said, and the last thing he wants right now is to get me too'd. But then the internet dug up this video. So it seems like Gossip Girl not only didn't mind kissing Justin, but was also willing to give him tips on how to kiss her better, more properly. So now the internet verdict is in. Blake Lively is a terrible person. From fat-shaming reporters to bullying her co-workers to framing men. 这个真的有 Amber Heard 跟 J-Lo 的味道哦。
Stings the nostrils.
But this is only the beginning, as the internet is continuing to dig up skeletons in Blake Lively's closet, from revealing conflicts and arguments on set with her Gossip Girl co-stars, to even reports revealing that she had to pretend to be friends with her film co-stars because it was glaringly obvious that they did not like each other at all. And it may only be a matter of time before the internet set their sight on Ryan Reynolds. In fact, people are already starting to ask the question, why in the hell are you married to such a toxic woman?
Sorry, man.
Do you think he'll be able to lame joke his way out of this one? And more importantly, how badass is Raid Shadow Legends? A big shout out to them for sponsoring this video. Make sure you show some love down below. Remember to like, subscribe, and keep it civil. And I will see you on the flip side. Peace!